Welcome to Made in Alpharetta, the only podcast dedicated to showcasing what makes Alpharetta so awesome. Today's show is brought to you by the Alpharetta Convention and Visitor Bureau. I'm your host, Kathleen Sturgeon, and as an Alpharetta native, I can't tell you how excited I was when Avalon opened in 2014. And today's show will take you behind the scenes of one of Alpharetta's hottest attractions. And be sure to listen during the episode for the secret word to enter online for a $50 gift card to Avalon. That will come later in the show. Today, joining me in the studio is Cayley Mullen, Hospitality and Marketing Director at Avalon. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for coming on the show today. This is exciting.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Before we start, do you love Avalon as much as everybody else loves Avalon?
Yes. I think I have the best job in the world.
I can't imagine working there. I was doing research for this interview and I Googled Avalon.
Yeah.
And it's like, you visited the site many times, including last week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of it. So this is pretty exciting to get to know kind of like some of the tidbits and history.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a lot to share. It's such a fun place to work and just get to hang out, and every day it's as fun as you imagine it is. So
It's cool.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah. So kind of going back to the very beginning of Avalon, can you give me kind of like a history of it? It opened in October 2014.
Yes. Yep. So we opened October 30th, 2014. And it was definitely, a long process up until that date. North American Properties is who acquired and developed the property. So it was purchased out of foreclosure in July of 2011. So this was something that Mark Tora, who's the managing partner of North American Properties in Atlanta, had the vision for long before that. So just the area and Alpharetta and the market here and everything, it was just a perfect place for us to bring Avalon and really introduce it to the community. And as you mentioned, the community has really created Avalon to be bigger and better than we ever imagined. And it's because of exactly where it is and the people in this area that we've been able to be so successful.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely think it is kind of the go-to place, especially as a millennial. There's not many things to do in Alpharetta. I mean, there's, restaurants and the movie theater, but Avalon is just like where my friends and I go pretty much every weekend.
Yeah.
Where they're doing something.
Yeah, we were really fortunate to be able to get a lot of the retailers and restaurants that are, people were driving to Atlanta to go to and bring them out to Alpharetta. So I think that played a big piece in, the crowd that we've been able to attract. And then with getting some of those restaurants, we've been able to grow those and get more. And then eventually opening the hotel and bringing South City Kitchen here. And it's just continued to build. So it's been really exciting.
You guys kind of like one up yourselves with everything you do.
I know we're running out of room to put things though, so we're gonna have to start getting creative. But yeah, it's been fun to be a part of, definitely, and seeing how it's grown and how we've been able to develop it and listen to our guests and customers and what they want. Because we opened the first phase in October, but then last April we opened a second phase, so we were able to bring like the Apple Store and a lot of new restaurants and Jenny's ice cream and all of these really cool amenities and services that we didn't have before. And, with the first phase, we saw that we kind of were missing some men's retail. So to be able to bring more, have, the opportunity to bring in more retailers in the second phase and really listen to what we were missing from the first opening really allowed us to get it right and make sure that we were, having something for everybody within the center.
Yeah. And can you talk about why, you mentioned it a little bit, but why Alpharetta, that specific location, is so good, or why do you think it's been so successful being right there?
Yeah, I think it's funny because every day I hear someone tell me, I remember driving by this and it was just a half-built parking deck.
Yeah.
I hear that every day. So I think people were really, I didn't even know this when I started, working with the company, but that people have been driving past this area and just waiting for something to happen for so long. And obviously the research was there that we, knew that it was a place that people were really looking for something to grow. So there was a lot of research done beforehand just with the market and the obviously like the income of this area and all of that really contributed to building Avalon where we did. I think that is definitely missing a lot of that. And then I think it's kind of a testament to how much the city of Alpharetta has developed since Avalon opened in the whole city center and everything. It's just this whole area has really grown over the past 10 years. So we were able to get in with that growth and the success of Avalon. So. Yeah.
We used to call it Mars when we would drive by because it was just like these mounds of dirt. And it was such a key location right off 400, right near downtown Alpharetta. Exactly. So we were looking forward to it, and obviously now we enjoy it.
Yeah,
so.
I think that location right off the highway too, because it gets, people in Atlanta, I live inside Atlanta, so it's like getting up here, people are like, I have to go all the way up 400 and, get on the highway and all of this. But then the fact that it's just right off the exit, I think it makes it, really approachable and easy. So it's not scary coming up here.
No, yeah, it's definitely accessible. That's for sure. And so you just talked about the phase 2 opening, and can you kind of give me, I don't know if you have the exact numbers, but maybe like a guesstimate of how it's grown over the years?
Yeah. So we opened in the phase 2, which we call Boulevard East. We added 12 retailers and 8 restaurants. So overall, it's an 86-acre development. So we're currently building the last piece of it, which is 10,000 Avalon, which will be another office building that will be opening early 2020. And then we're pretty much out of room. But so we have all 86 acres developed. We have over 500,000 square feet of retail. We have our 12-screen all-premium movie theater with Regal. And then with the hotel and conference center, we added 44,000 square feet of conference space and then 330 hotel rooms. So that's completely changed our property. We opened that in January of 2018. So we've almost seen a whole year with the hotel, and just the amount of conferences and services we can provide. We have weddings there every weekend. We've had an Indian wedding and had horses coming down the boulevard with the groom on it. And we've been able to do so many cool things. We've hosted a prom at Avalon now. It's just, with the hotel, it's just added a whole nother level of service that we've been able to provide. And then people who, can live at Avalon for a weekend. A lot of our customers that are staying at the hotel are people that live within 20 miles, and they're just doing a staycation and, just want to get away and stay and do their holiday shopping. We were booked on Thanksgiving, which is really rare for hotels. So it just kind of goes to show we had people sleeping there so they could get up early and shop on Black Friday. So it's really fun to see how the hotel has changed the property and how we've been able to host all these events and things that we just didn't have the space for before. And then obviously we have the residents that live there as well. So we had 250 units in the first phase, and then we added 267 in phase 2. And then we have 101 single family homes that were developed by Monty Hewitt that are there as well. So lots of people live in there. And then we have our day-to-day guests, and now we have hotel guests and our office workers, and then our retailers and restaurants are obviously our guests as well. So lots of people there every day.
Yeah, it's always busy when I go.
Yeah.
It's cool though. So would you say that the hotel is probably one of the most, trying to think of the word for it, it changed Avalon? Like it was the biggest addition?
Yeah, it was definitely the most impactful, I would say. Obviously the Apple store is another huge impact because people come from all over to go to an Apple store. But the hotel has just, opened up a whole new world that we're able to host at Avalon, and it's been really successful. They did a great job with the development of it and adding South City Kitchen and all of the services and the conference space. And it's just been a really great addition to the property.
And it's beautiful too.
It's beautiful. I know.
It's nice to just walk through there, like when you're going to Starbucks.
Exactly. Sometimes I just bring my computer and go work in the lobby just to get out of the office because it's so pretty. It's just
that's a good idea.
You feel like you're in another world when you're down there. So I really enjoy it.
Yeah. We are going to take a short break and hear a word from our sponsor. So we'll be right back. Planning a wedding, reunion, or corporate meeting in Alpharetta? The Alpharetta Convention and Visitor Bureau offers a variety of complimentary event planning resources to help you during your event or meeting planning process. Their expert team will help you find event venues and meeting space around the area, secure group hotel room nights at Alpharetta's 25 hotels, and provide you with free visitor information to share with your Alpharetta hotel guests. Visit awesomealpharetta.com to learn more. Welcome back to Made in Alpharetta. So, Kayleigh, let me ask you a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
When did you join the staff at Avalon and why?
Yes. So I started in July of 2014. So about 4 months before we opened. So you can imagine how chaotic it was getting thrown into, the grand opening and all of that. But it was the best time to join because you really got, to understand everything that was going on. We were working in a trailer in a pile of dirt when I first started working there. So it was really cool to be able to see how much can happen in 4 months and, really getting in from the very beginning. And we have so many restaurant managers and retail managers that have been there since the beginning too. So we kind of, have this camaraderie being there from the beginning. But it's been really great. And before that, I was working for Nordstrom. So I majored in fashion merchandising, so never really saw this happening, that I'd be working for a commercial real estate developer. But it's been, a really great transition to be able to come from a retail background with, a strong focus on hospitality. Obviously, Nordstrom has a good reputation for their hospitality and their service. And then I was recruited to come to Avalon to open the concierge department there. So that's where I started, is leading the concierge team and really providing that level of service. That was something that the developers really wanted to focus on to set Avalon apart, was having a full service concierge that you would find at a hotel is really rare for a shopping center. Normally there's just like a guest service desk where, you can buy gift cards or get a map or things like that. But we were really able to develop a program where we can provide amenities and services that really elevate Avalon from other centers, and especially with the residents. So as a resident, you can call our concierge and get food delivered from any of the restaurants to your residence.
Oh, wow.
7 days a week, which is pretty incredible to be laying in bed and get an Antica pizza delivered to your front door. So things like that we were able to grow through our concierge program. So that was why I initially started with Avalon in 2014. And then as the property's grown, I've kind of grown into the role, and our concierge works really closely with marketing and everything. Our team isn't very big at Avalon. You'd think we have a lot of people there, but it's a pretty slim team. So to be able to work really closely with marketing, and then with all of the events that we do, and being heavily involved in that, and then I've been able to grow into the position that I'm in now, and managing everything. And I still work really closely with the concierge and the hospitality piece at Avalon, just because it's so important in everything that we do. But it's been great. I've really enjoyed being able to grow as the property's grown, and seeing how everything's developed. It's been a really great position.
I didn't know that they would do that for the residents. Mm-hmm. What other little secrets like that are there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we will pretty much do anything and everything that you ask that's legal. But that's really something we struggle with our concierge. It's kind of hard to define exactly what they do, because we really want to find a way to make our guests' day as they're at Avalon. So if it's your birthday, we have birthday buttons at concierge that we'll give you with your name on them. And if you're of age, we'll give you a glass of champagne to enjoy while you walk around property. We also do a service called Fashion Row Features that we feature 4 retailers every month. And if you spend $50 or more at those retailers, you can bring your receipt to concierge and you get a glass of wine and a little Avalon wine glass that you can walk around property. And a lot of our guests enjoy our open container policy, so we definitely, enhance that through some services that we do. We have dog treats at our concierge and all different kinds of fun things that we can share with our guests, and bubbles and stickers and fun things for kids. Our concierge will help you plan birthday parties and help you with restaurant reservations and, the basic things that concierge do. But we really love for our guests to come to us with ideas and things that they want to do while they're on property, and really being able to work with them to create some really cool experiences. We've had over 45 people get engaged on our property.
Oh, wow.
So our concierge has been able to assist. The ice skating rink is I'm pretty sure the #1 place in Alpharetta. I don't know if I can put that on the record, but we have so many proposals on that ice skating rink. So our concierge gets to be involved with that, and help out and make sure we have champagne and flowers, and work with the grooms and make sure everything's seamless the day of. So that's really fun. Just special moments that people get to share at Avalon. We've had a gender reveal where we have our fountain that's in the middle of property in front of Regal, and a friend of the couple brought the sonogram picture, and we were the only ones that knew if it was a boy or a girl. And then their whole family came out and had lunch in the plaza and everything. And then as soon as it got dark, we lit up the fountain pink because it was for a girl.
Oh,
so they had their whole
cute.
family there. So we're always looking for different ways that we can really enhance the guest experience and create these memorable moments for people while they're on property. So we get to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind of one of the things that sets you guys apart, because you are able to kind of make it more personalized and unique.
Yeah.
And take that extra step rather than just bringing good customer service or whatever, good deals. But then it's I don't know, you appeal to humanity.
Yeah. And we love it. I mean, I think that's the most fun thing that we get to do. So it's definitely something we enjoy.
And so personally, what is your favorite part of Avalon? Do you have a favorite store? Do you go there a lot when you're off?
Yes, I do. I really, I enjoy, I just love being in the plaza and just seeing, everything happening and just being in the middle of it all. I have stayed at the hotel many times, and I really enjoyed that. I really feel like I'm away from work, and you don't even feel like, you're at Avalon. And so the hotel's completely transformed everything. I've gotten to have some fun times and, go to a concert at the Verizon Amphitheater, and then being able to stay at the hotel and really getting to take advantage of that has been a lot of fun. I definitely shop more than I should.
Same.
My favorite restaurant's the El Felix. I eat there every single Friday.
I love El Felix.
Yes, it is so good. So I definitely enjoy Avalon. It's a place that I hang out as well as work. So it's a good place to be.
That's cool. That's a good deal.
Yes, definitely. Definitely has its perks.
And so why do you guys do a lot of events with the community and involve different charities or organizations? Why do you think that's important to be so involved with it?
Yeah, so it definitely goes back to the community. So we're all about building community. We know that our guests can go shop anywhere. They don't have to come to Avalon, and sometimes it's easier to go somewhere that's indoors or somewhere that's a little bit closer to home or things like that. But we want people to really feel a sense of community while they're at Avalon. So we found through events and through different promotions and things that we do, we're really able to build that, and we can see through the feedback that we get of our events and the guests that we have that come back every single year to the events that we host, and being able to give back to nonprofits and make people feel like they're doing good while they're enjoying themselves on property. I think it all just really goes back to building the community, and that's something that we focus on with everything that we do. We know that if people are coming here to share events and experiences with us, eventually they're going to spend money there. So obviously at the end of the day, we're here to keep our retailers in business, and we want to support them, but we've really found that building that community and creating the third place that people want to go to, that that's where we're going to be most successful.
Is it true? I think I heard this somewhere that the fountain, people throw money in and that gets donated?
Yes, absolutely. So every month we donate the fountain change to a different nonprofit. So like for October, we donated all the change to Susan G. Komen. And then right now we are working with the Drake House for our holiday. So in November and December, all the change will go to the Drake House. So it's just another fun way that we can partner with local nonprofits. I mean, we have such a great, foundation of guests and things like that, that any way that we're able to give back to the community, we definitely want to do that.
That's cool. And I feel like you guys kind of just do it a little bit privately. Like you don't say, look at all the great stuff we're doing. We're so awesome. We're helping people. Like you just do it.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. We definitely have some events, that are ticketed and go to a nonprofit that, we really publicize that that's what the purpose is. But we try to find a way through everything that we do to give back to the community on some level.
And so kind of going into events, I know for my friend group, we spend most of the big holidays, aside from Christmas, Thanksgiving, the family ones, but St. Patrick's Day or Cinco de Mayo, anything, Derby Day. Yeah. We like to spend all of those at Avalon because you guys throw the best parties.
Well, thank you. We have a lot of fun doing it. But go ahead.
How do you keep it fresh or new every year? Or how do you get people to keep coming back to those events?
Yeah, it's definitely something that we work really hard on focusing on, is that, we want to create tradition and we want it to be something that people can come to expect, but then at the same time, we don't want them to feel like it's the same thing every year. So really balancing, creating that tradition and, having these key events that we do consistently, but then bringing in new ways where they feel like it's still new and worth coming to and fresh and traditional. So that's definitely something that, we have to balance, and we, work really closely as a team to make sure that we're hitting that on all levels. When we first started Avalon, we sat down actually with the city and kind of talked about what events are currently here and what is missing. So we found with St. Patrick's Day, there wasn't really a big St. Patrick's Day event in Alpharetta. So we're like, all right, let's try out and see what we can do. And so we put together Luck of Avalon, and it was a huge success, and it just keeps growing year over year. And same with Kentucky Derby. That was another one that, there's such a big equestrian community here. And then on top of the fact that people just enjoy Kentucky Derby and are looking for something to do. And even though it's, a 2.5-minute race, we are able to turn into an entire day to get people out in the plaza. And it's amazing how people come decked out in their big hats and their seersucker now. And it's really become such a tradition. So to be able to, have those key events that people come to expect, and with our tree lighting as well, is become such a great community event that we've really seen so many people, introduce as their family tradition, which has been so special to be able to see. But, to enhance them each year and bring in new sponsors and new partners to be able to work with to really grow the events and keep them fresh and fun for our guests as well.
What is the biggest event that you guys have?
The tree lighting is our biggest event.
The tree lighting?
Yeah, so that was this past Sunday, and that kicks off all of our holidays. So we always host it the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and that's the day that we open up Avalon on Ice, which is our ice skating rink, which will stay open through Martin Luther King Day in January. And then Santa comes and lights our tree, and we have community performances throughout the day and different activities and kind of fun for the whole family. But we see thousands and thousands of people there for that.
Wow.
So it's really fun, though. It's a great day to kick everything off.
So why would you say that Avalon is a great place to celebrate the holidays? Why do you think so many people, thousands, turn out for the tree lighting?
I think it's just, like I said, I think it's become a tradition in the community that people, bring their families back every year. I think with the timing of it, people are ready for the holiday season and get excited about that. Having Avalon on Ice, and then just partnering with the community and different community groups that they bring out, their friends and family as well. So it really brings a big crowd, and I just think it's a fun way to kick off the holiday season.
Do you guys have any new events or new things that you're planning for next year?
Yes. So we have a new event that's coming up here at the end of December for New Year's Eve. So now that we have a hotel, we, kind of sat down and we're like, okay, we probably need to do something for New Year's. We've never really done a New Year's event in the past. A few of our restaurants will stay open and do a champagne toast and things like that. But we just, hadn't really toyed around with the idea of New Year's yet. So now that we have a hotel, we're like, okay, so let's think about what we should do. And we put together the idea that, we have such a big family community here, and their parents never really know what to do with their kids on New Year's. So we are starting a new event this year. So it's going to be called New Year's Eve. So instead of it being at midnight, we're going to count down to 12 o'clock noon, and it's a family-friendly event. So it'll be in the ballroom at the hotel at Avalon, and we're going to do a big balloon drop at 12 o'clock noon and have a fun DJ and activities and stuff for kids to do, so parents can bring their kids there and have a fun family event, and then they don't feel as bad when they leave them at home that night for them to go out. So that's going to be a new event that we're adding. So we're in the final stages of putting everything together for that, and we're selling tickets right now for it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be something that is going to be perceived really well through the community, and we've already heard a lot of great feedback of parents like, this is perfect. I'm so excited to be able to bring my kids, and that it's such a great idea because it's definitely something that they're missing. So we're going to start with that this year and see how New Year's goes, and then maybe eventually we'll have a bigger New Year's event. But we're going to start with that this year, and I think the families in the area are really going to enjoy bringing their families for that.
Yeah, I bet they will.
Yeah.
So what about what's next for Avalon? I know you guys just opened phase 2.
Yes.
But what is next?
Yeah, so we're still introducing some new retailers. So we have some really exciting leases signed that we're going to be releasing in the next couple weeks, maybe months. But we have Marine Layer, which is a new retailer that just opened here in the beginning of October. So they are a West Coast, San Francisco-based retailer that they have a few locations over here, but we were really excited to bring them to Avalon because they have such an awesome brand and a really great following. They're known for having super comfortable materials, and it's just a store where you want to go in and touch everything. So we were really excited to introduce them opening, and then Postman Books just opened last week as well. So they are a bookstore, which is something that we definitely engaged with the community on, that was something that we were missing at Avalon. So it really goes to show that we do listen to our followers of what you feel like we're missing, because we know that our followers know best because they're the ones shopping. But we opened Postman Books right before Thanksgiving, so the week before. And they're a New York-based company, a family-owned, really cool company. They offer all, normal bookstore items, but then some really fun games and activities and kind of more kid family friendly things as well. But if you get a chance to go by, you'll definitely feel that cool bookstore vibe. They opened just temporarily in a pop-up space at Avalon because they wanted to be open for the holiday season. So they did a really quick build out. It was amazing. They turned it around in, I think, like a week and a half. And completely renovated the space. And then after the holidays, they're going to close for a few months and then do a full renovation and then reopen in the spring. So they're open now, and then they'll be officially open soon. But it's a really cool addition that we're excited to have along the boulevard. Like I said, we have a big restaurant that we're going to announce soon, so that's going to be really fun. And then a few more retailers that we're going to be announcing very soon. So we're excited to kind of turn some spaces around and get some new people in and just always keep things fresh and interesting. So we definitely will always have a reason for people to keep coming back, even if we don't have any more space to grow.
So how do you guys pick the retailers and the businesses to come in?
Yeah. So from the beginning, we really wanted to be, cover every category, but really go out into the market and get the best in every category that really made sense. So you'll kind of see when you walk around Avalon, you don't really feel like something's out of place. Everything kind of fits. So it wasn't just, we have 500,000 square feet of retail who wants to come here. Our leasing team was really intentional with making sure our merchandise mix was perfect for the area and the demographic here and the price points of everything. But then making sure that we covered every category and then got really great retailers and great partners. So much of what we do, going back to events, is working with our retailers. So we really want to have retailers that buy into that experience and understand, that our marketing team and our events are all to support retail. So the partnership, is so mutual that we want them to feel that they can be involved in things and then we work together too. So that's another really big piece of what we do. And, the retailers that we have, we really want them to understand that experience piece as well.
Is it hard for you to keep the secrets when you learn who's coming?
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Part of the job, but I do get really excited, especially one that's coming. I'm really excited about it.
You don't have to say anything, but if you can put in a good word for Lily Pulitzer,
okay.
I have my fingers crossed.
That would be a good one. That would fit right into Avalon, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. So, Kayleigh, that is all of my questions. Do you have anything else you want to mention? Any sneak peeks or previews or anything else you want to plug in there?
I don't think so. Buy your tickets for New Year's Eve. It's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be the next big one that we have.
Okay, awesome.
Up. Yeah.
And before we go, the secret word to enter for that $50 gift card to Avalon is Avalon. No surprise there. So
it's easy to remember.
Thank you, Kayleigh, for joining me today. Where can people find out more about Avalon or where to buy tickets?
Yeah, so if you go to experienceavalon.com, that's going to be the most up-to-date information on everything going on, all of our new retailers, all of our events, and all the fun things that we have, or follow us on social media at Avalon Insider. And then always stop by and visit our concierge. They're here to help and assist and provide all the information that you need. So hopefully we'll see you at Avalon soon.
Yeah, you'll probably see me there tomorrow.
Okay,
Let's be real.
I'll see you at the Felix on Friday.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely. Thank you again to the Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau. Don't forget to check them out at awesomealpharetta.com. Be sure to find Made in Alpharetta anywhere you listen to podcasts, including iTunes. I was going to say YouTube, sorry. You can keep up with me on Facebook by searching Kathleen Sturgeon or on Twitter at KS Sturgeon. Thanks again, Kayleigh.
Thank you.